Good afternoon and welcome to Concussions Anonymous. We are happy to have you here today. My name is Karen Monet from the Opticalm Visual Stress Clinic, and
I'm Lisa Khera from Imbalance Pilates. And today we're excited to have you here watching our show. We're going to be talking about slips and falls.
that is an important topic, especially since it is winter and outside it's snowing. There's ice. There are things that are under the snow that we can't see that we might trip on. The curbs are hard to see. The plow is making ridges in the pathways. So it's not fun for anybody. How did you feel on your getting ready to come here today to do this video?
Yes, I definitely feel that a little bit of added stress on a snowy day. The worst for me is whenever we have freezing rain and ice rain. I really have to be mindful to take a breather, take some extra deep breaths, because it's one thing I find that our bodies can tend to really tense up, right?
Absolutely.
Especially if you were injured by a slip or fall or a car accident or anything.
Or fearful of being injured.
Exactly, or fearful of being injured. So definitely I find taking the time to breathe deeper and notice when you have to stress relief and breathe for that kind of thing. Know that you're probably going to have to slow down and plan your route. So the days that we have extra bad weather, enter that into your day for your planning and how long it's going to take you to get somewhere, because it can be really stressful to cognitively have to change our route, change our plans, change a timing, or trying to get to an appointment. It just adds a whole other layer of cognitive planning and
I do that
decision
myself
making.
just because I'd rather not be on a highway when not only risk of traffic but risk of accidents are much more severe rather than on a side road or a residential road.
Definitely, yeah. So yeah, planning your route. I find on days like today, again, the whole mindset thing comes in. I really have to take the time to visualize getting through the snow fine, visualize that place that I'm targeting to go to, visualize that I got there safe and sound, everything is fine, like actually setting that intention and
That
visualizing.
calms you down?
It does.
Okay.
It definitely does. On a day, now, I mean, I'm not like that every day. On a day that it's freezing rain and I have to walk to school to get my kids, I get very nervous in the freezing rain. And I do walk like I'm over 90 and very slow and taking my time. But I noticed that taking the time to breathe, so that's another tip that I have, is taking the time to breathe and be mindful. So knowing that you're using that breath to be mindful, to relax your muscles, to decrease any stress and tension, and know that you're just taking that time to be in the moment, calm yourself down, because again, if we did have a fall when we're already tense, chances are you're going to hurt your neck more, hurt your back more. Yeah. So at least being really mindful of taking the breath, relaxing, calming yourself, knowing that you're going to visualize that you made it to your destination with no slips and falls.
You're reminding me of something right now. I'm just going to segue right into it. I was in a car accident and I saw the car coming. It was going to hit me. And I tensed up totally. I was holding the steering wheel.
Yep.
I saw him coming in the rearview mirror. It was icy and I had trouble stopping at the stop. And I knew that he was going to have trouble. At the speed he was coming in, he was going to have trouble.
And then
so I tensed up. And I was injured more because of it. I think if I didn't see him coming, it would have been more of a softer reaction. And I'm still like 22 years later. There are some issues that are still because of the tension that I had.
Yeah.
So,
and do you find you feel a bit nervous and slippery?
Well, I'm definitely a lot more alert with that sort of thing. Just making sure that I give enough space for me not hitting someone else. So even this morning it was very slippery on the drive and I went a lot further than I thought I would, even though I gave myself time.
Definitely, yeah.
So yes, being relaxed will help you navigate that slippery, snowy, and mindful of, okay, there could be some issues that I need to be careful of. So.
Exactly. And the last tip I have is just about doing balance and proprioception exercises. So again, doing Pilates, yoga, fitness exercises, balance training, proprioception, anything you can do to strengthen your body, endurance, flexibility, prepare your body for just the normal aches and pains of exercise, so that if you do have a fall, you're a bit more resilient to bounce back.
Yeah.
That's another big
Strengthening
thing.
the core.
Yes.
Because when I'm walking, I have those little clips that I'll put on my shoes when I
Okay,
go walk
yep.
my dog when it's an icy day. And if I don't, I'm always feeling that sort of shimmer, and my core, my lower back sometimes is really sore after that. So strengthening that can help you manage staying standing when you hit that kind of icy
And I
patch.
even, on the slippery weather, and a lot of my Pilates clients do this as well, we will actually use the Pilates breath while we're walking, shoveling, okay? So that you're getting into that whole bringing in your core, pulling in, like activating the core, so that, again, you're got those balance
upright.
Yes.
Staying
and
upright.
You're using your internal balancing muscles to help out as much as you can. So
Now that's great. You've got all that experience with your Pilates work and with yourself. On my side of it, the people that we see in the clinic who have had concussions, it can often affect your visual perception. So let's talk about snow just first. When snow is falling, that is like a flickering movement. That flickering movement of the snow can actually make your brain feel different than when it's not snowing. And you mentioned earlier we had the snow behind us. Well, we're looking out the window, and you said, I feel better now that it's not snowing.
Completely.
And it's because your brain is calming because you don't have that trigger of that flicker. Something else, that depth perception can affect how you're seeing the curve and how you're seeing things that you need to navigate through. So we help people with that, not with balance and breathing and strengthening, but with filtering that visual image, reducing the trigger of that flickering snow or the glare that is a lot more. You get that a lot more on the white snow. So we help people with filters so that they're filtering their visual image and it's not triggering them and creating that depth perception, that those issues with perceptual distortions that may make it look like things are moving when they're not, and that makes you feel unstable, and so that can make it even worse when you're dealing with actual things that will make you fall, actual slippery surfaces and things like that. So there's a lot more information on this on our website if you want to go to opticalm.ca. That's opticalm.ca. You can learn about visual perception and how post-concussion you may have difficulties and the kind of things you can do to help. And you can go to Lisa's site at imbalancepilates.ca and learn more about the kinds of things you can do with Pilates and strengthening your core and breathing exercises and balance. And hey, you're the specialist. You talk about that.
And we were as well talking a little bit earlier about, if you do slip and fall.
Oh, yes.
What are some of the things you want to think about, if you do have a fall? And I mean,
you don't always need to hit your head.
That's right.
To have concussion-like symptoms. It could be a whiplash, or it could just that jarring of falling. So consider that maybe you bumped your knee or you have an elbow injury, but what was the impact of that? And did it cause you to have some whiplash type injuries? So the things that they say about what not to do post-concussion or when you've had a concussion, don't watch Facebook Live. Maybe save this for later.
Yeah, definitely. Get off your phone. And I mean, it's not like we want to assume the worst and that you've had a little fall on the end of the world. Not at all. But you know your body.
Be mindful.
Exactly. You know your body. You know if you've jarred something or maybe not. But just to take precautions. Yeah, to take precautions. Know those things that usually trigger you, whether it's the phone, the computer, communicating with people, lights, all the things, right? Whatever it is for you, definitely decrease. If if you've bumped your head, if you've slipped and fall, if you've jarred it in any way, take the breaks that you can, eat the healthy food, drink lots of water, take your supplements, and get that screen time break, decision-making break. Get off of Facebook, get off of social media. I find even just with social media, that constant content switching of your brain is just you're over here, you're over there. It's very taxing.
Well, and paging through Facebook, that is a flicker. So if that kind of thing triggers you, that kind of thing, you may find it even more difficult with that
put that phone down, definitely. and take the time to breathe and know that you have the confidence and visualize that everything's okay. If you have taken a fall, take the time to get off all of your busyness, breathe and just visualize that everything's fine.
Take stock of everything that's happened, make note of it, and track it.
And visually put yourself in that scenario that, okay, I did have a fall, but I'm taking the necessary steps. I'm going to be fine. I'm going to feel fine tomorrow. Sometimes
think positive.
Think positive. It really does. It really helps in the long run, for sure.
Good. So I think we covered all the items that we wanted to. We do want to ask you again to like, share, join, and
like, share, comment, all that. And as we said about our websites, definitely head over to our websites. You can pop your name and email in, and we've got some freebies for you through our website, so be sure to check out our website or page and share. The more we can get information out to people, the better. And as we always say, if you're interested in being a guest on our show, definitely reach out to us. We'd love to have you on. And
we'd like to know more about you too. So don't stay anonymous. Concussions Anonymous is about everybody out there who's having these symptoms and that has the condition that maybe not everybody sees or understands in them. So stay tuned for more great topics, and we look forward to helping you all recover and rehabilitate like you have.
Exactly.
Yeah, be on the right path. So thank you very much, and have a great weekend.
Exactly. Bye.